Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Wednesday, October 16th, 2024. Let's find out what's going on the economic calendar for today. Not too many data were released overnight during the Asian session. Nevertheless, we got some data from the UK. CPI from the UK decreased from 2.2% to 1.7%, which is lower than 1.9%. Expected, and PPI input increased from minus 0.3% to decreased from minus 0.3% to minus 1%, beating the expectations of minus 0.5%. So we will definitely take a look at the cable today. German retail sales are scheduled for release at 8 o'clock. We got the Italian CPI scheduled for release at 10 o'clock, and at 20 past 12, German BUBA Vice President Buch will give a speech. During the New York session, we got the data from the Canada. Housing starts will be released at quarter past 2, and the manufacturing sales will be released at 2:30. Together with the manufacturing sales, other data will be released from the US export price index and import price index. Global dairy price index will be released at 4 o'clock. This data is from New Zealand. And at the end of the day, we got the federal budget balance at 8 o'clock and 10:30 API weekly crude oil stock data. So this is what we have in the calendar today. Definitely the most important event was basically CPI data from the UK, and we will switch to the UK in a second, but the technical part will start as usual with euro dollar. The 4-hour chart of the euro-dollar is showing us another movement to the downside as we approach the 1.0873 technical support level. If you don't know where this level comes from, this is the low of the from the August end of the July at the beginning of the August 2024. So there is some important data here to be of course included in this movement to the downside. In the meantime, we still have to test some technical supports. As you can see, the market is below 50 and 100 periods moving average. The major technical resistance is still located at 1.1003. So basically 1.10 is still the major technical resistance. We move lower, we make more, lower lows. Nevertheless, it looks like the market is the momentum is making higher lows. So clear bearish divergence. Let me just zoom in. A clear bearish divergence is here between what is market doing and how the momentum is behaving. So it looks like we are about to complete this wave Y to the downside and wave 4 in the overall Elliott wave progression. Impulsive wave cycle, of course, and the bounce is about to happen. So we are just waiting for the trigger that will eventually give bulls a chance to bounce, to retrace, to do some kind of a pullback to the upside, of course targeting one of these technical resistance levels. So that's the euro dollar. The outlook is still bearish, but we are very, very close for a bullish pullback. And what is the cable doing? As you can see, we got pretty nice chance for a breakout to the upside as the market started to pricing in better than expected the CPI data. So we went higher towards 1.3101. Nevertheless, after the data were published, big spike to the downside has happened. So right now the market is still below the trend line. It doesn't actually look that much as the wedge, but it looks more like a channel right now. It's almost parallel, and the local technical resistance must be moved towards the 1.3101 level. This is the high from the yesterday. Now we broke below black short-term trend line support. We broke below the technical support, horizontal technical support 1.3 basically, and the local low was made at 1.2985, just where the lower channel line is. Momentum moved above the level of 50, but then sharply reversed lower. Let me just move my RSI indicator to the upside, so you can see that there is some sort of of course, bullish divergence. Now, if we place arrow here, let me just place some sort of the arrow here. There you go. So I can show you from this low, which corresponds to this swing low, we got nothing but higher highs on the momentum. And if we apply another arrow, you can see that the market keeps going lower. Let me just get rid of the magnet. The market keeps moving lower, right? The market keeps moving lower, momentum keeps moving higher. Clear bullish divergence, which is why we should expect the market to bounce to the upside again. So euro dollar is about to bounce to the upside, at least do some kind of a pullback. Cable is about to do some kind of a pullback. So how is the eventually US dollar index looking in this situation? So the US dollar index, if we take a look at the 4-hour time frame chart, is retraced 50% of the last swing down, 103.12, and is approaching this 61% of the Fibonacci retracement, 103.84, and the technical resistance. If we switch to daily, it would be much more clear to spot it. Almost straight move to the upside, breaking the 50 and 100 periods moving average on a daily time frame chart, breaking 50%, approaching 61% of the Fibonacci retracement, and the market conditions are already extremely overbought. So there is some kind of a room to the upside, but the nearest technical resistance is 103.85. And the current local high is 103.36, so it's still like a 50 pips away from this level. So there is a chance that the market will spike up and then reverse on this chart in order to make possible the upside movement on the euro dollar and cable. That situation looks very, very probable, especially if we hit the extremely overbought conditions. And if we look at the US dollar to the Japanese yen, you can see straight on a 4-hour chart that this market is again very, very close to be to move lower, because well, wave 5 still has not been completed. It looks like the wedge. Look at this. It keeps looking like the falling wedge, and the same situation is here on the US dollar to the Japanese yen in terms of the momentum. We got lower highs on the momentum, and the market keeps making what? Higher highs. So the overall market picture is now telling us that there is a correction on the US dollar coming, and correction on the US dollar index coming, and all of the other markets like cable and the euro dollar should at least bounce to the upside, and the US dollar to the Japanese yen should correct to the downside together with the US dollar index. If we are right, then the SP 500, as you can see, let's just jump to the daily time frame chart. US S&P 500 should move lower as well, because this looks like the ending diagonal. We just hit the upper ending diagonal line, so that's still possible. The market will reverse lower from this level, but still nothing like this happened. It's just our scenario that this movement to the upside looks pretty solid. However, again, we got the situation when we have swing high, higher high than the last swing high. This is the last momentum. This is the newest momentum. Lower momentum here, higher highs here. Again, bearish divergence. So it looks like the market is diverging from the momentum on many levels, on many markets, on many time frames, which is why it looks like the reversal might happen anytime soon, on this market that we spoke about. Now we have 5 ways to the upside on the on the Bitcoin. Look at this. Instead of the wave A from the yesterday, we might label, let me just label this for you guys. This is what I see here briefly. This is the wave 1, let's say. That's the wave 2, no problem. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe this is the wave. It's either wave 3 here, or wave 4 here, or wave 5 is here already, or maybe, just maybe, wave 3 has been made here. Now we should wait for the wave 4, or the wave 4 was done here, and we just one wave to the upside short from completing the impulsive structure to the upside. Recent high 67,950, and the market keeps moving higher despite the extremely overbought market conditions, which means this is the strong trend that market wants to use. The next target is 68,490, and the other one is $70,087 for the Bitcoin. So all of these levels would, of course, act as the technical support for the market participants, especially the one that was tested recently, 64,747. So Bitcoin to the upside in last wave, and then correction. US dollar index correction to the downside. Cable and euro dollar correction to the upside. US dollar to the Japanese yen correction to the downside is coming, and the SP500, some sort of the falling wedges, some sort of the ending diagonal is being produced right now. We are waiting for the correction to the downside as well. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye bye.